And so it was said that if the pillars of the world shall fall, darkness will descend upon all that lives. From the Book of the Dark. Man did not heed this warning. The sacred cosmic tree burned to cinder. And so the darkness came, claiming all that was bright and living in Thea, when all hope was lost. After a century without light, the sun rose once more. Thea awakened from her dark slumber, and you along with her. But Thea is not the world that once was. The age of darkness weakens, but it is far from over. Life took its shy roots, yet death will not release its grip easily. While the sun keeps some of the evil in check during the fleeting days, at night the creatures of darkness roam free and angry, unwilling to give up their dominion over the land. It is up to you to find a way to rebuild Thea, banish the darkness, and strengthen mankind.
Welcome to Thea the Awakening. I'm Finn. I will be guiding you through this game, or rather joining you through it. I did have a save previously, but we're just going to start brand new. And we're going to see what I was allowed last time I played. I did not get very far. That's alright. So, we didn't unlock any new guys, but I started with Veles and Svarog. And I think we're going to continue with Veles for right now. We are going to focus on gatherers, and I haven't unlocked any new difficulties, I don't think. We'll just play on normal. And I can customize the difficulty. I think that's what I was on previously. And we'll make reshuffles paid to give it a little more difficulty. Apparently realism makes it like really freaking long, which I don't want to do, so we're not gonna do that. Normal economy, we will not put it on snail because that takes extremely long. We'll just do it on normal. And then world size, we'll keep it small for now because last time I played it seemed like it was a huge map anyway, so that might make it even bigger. So let's just continue with that. Veles, the keeper of the underworld, master of mystical powers, and guardian of souls. That was your name before the great darkness. Now you are simply Veles, a lost god trying to reclaim his might. The gate says something.
Is awakened. Welcome. No time to waste. You are a deity of the high pantheon, and you must help your worshippers survive the darkness. So what now, you ask? You are divine, yes, but you have little power, and so you will know the world through your people's eyes. This means sometimes you will encounter your own divine messengers, and maybe even face your own avatars. Weird, I know. Your first mission is to survive. Every critter is trying to make sure you stay down, so get food and craft better equipment to protect yourselves. You will guide your people to victory, either by sheer survival and progress, or by solving the cosmic tree's mystery.
Okay, so I may disable the voices, but I do really love the voice acting in this game. It's fantastic. And for now, we're just gonna go through the tutorial. I'm planning on doing it possibly a few seasons of this with different gods and the like. So for now, what's this? Who's talking to me? And what did you mean, looking through people's eyes?
I am but a messenger. Theodore, you can call me. But let us focus on you. Thea is a broken land. The underworld is shut, and the undead roam the earth, and creatures of darkness that ruled for a century want you dead.
Okay, so I need to improve our village and people. So how do I get started?
First, go and explore your village. Check the inventory to see your stocks, and set people to gather food and fuel, like wood. Without food, people will starve, and without fuel, they will not craft or even heal, so these are really important.
Okay, gather food and fuel. at the village. Anything else?
Yes. Once you've visited your village, check out the people standing outside. The exploring party. Select your party and send them to me. I will wait for your people outside the village. I have marked your people's map with a big blue question mark so they will see where I am. Oh, and if you ever forget what your current task is, just check out your logbook.
Alright, so check out my village and people first, then send them your way. Let's begin. Enter the mind and bodies of your worshippers and begin the adventure. Okay, so Theodore's here. This is a nice, lovely little prize area. We have Ostoya, which we can change the name of, and I'm gonna do that. We're just gonna make it Closets. If I can type. Closets. There we go. And we have Boyumila, Ludzia, Valklava, Nietstanka, and we have some kids, and some weapons, and some good stuff. And we have one item of equipment that I can shove on somebody. Here, you're lucky enough, Amelia. So that'll be that for now. We can definitely get some people on this for the time being, because we will definitely need lots of food and lots of wood. As for crafting, we can make some cooked meals, which is always a good idea to start, but I can only make meat, and just that's regular wood. Dark wood we want to turn off because it's very, very useful. Okay, that's actually a good idea. Let's get her to make some of that. And let's go into manage supplies. We don't want people using that. We just want to be using your regular fuel. And overview, we have one veggie, one wood that we can produce. On the regular, so once our meat's gone, that's it. We have to find a new means of collecting meat. Then this is our party. So let's take a look at their stuff. They're definitely more warrior class-esque. We have Siroslava, Nawald, Field, Larochina, Blobor, Lutoslav, and Tomko. Alright, and some of these guys are... Is this any better? Let me see if you can compare. This is better. Okay, take that. So next, these guys have hammers. You can use a shield, so here you go, my bud. And he's got that for now, so he doesn't need any armor, but if we could shove armor onto a couple people, we'll give it to, not her, but she doesn't have the weight capacity. He's already got one. Who's better? Nope. Okay, she probably, yeah, she can definitely carry some. Or not. I'm wrong. She can carry that one. And he definitely can't. Can he carry? No. So that's some heavy armor we got right there that no one freaking use. Goody. Alright. Let us get them. They're right here, so let's just grab this. Investigate.
You stumble across some ruins of an old city, engulfed in mist and mystery.
Search.
One of many buildings you tirelessly searched through contains a closed stash. It takes you almost an hour to open it, but luckily it's not empty.
Alright, take your loot and exit the ruins. In future, if anyone decides to actually watch this, just let me know if you have any name suggestions for any of the characters, or just toss out names in general, and I'll probably get around to renaming a few of the different characters that we have reoccurring on screen, because I think stay pretty stagnant.
Well, hello there. I see you're finding your feet and making first steps into the world. Well done.
So what now?
Events, such as meeting me, will occur throughout your adventures. Sometimes they are random, sometimes predestined, and always varied. Events can occur when you're out exploring, but also globally, or within your village. So remember, leaving your settlement unattended may be dangerous.
It is dangerous. Right, events can occur at any time, both within the village and out in the world. Anything else?
Many events
not
will
like
ask
I've
you
ever
to
played this
bring
before.
stuff or do things in order to move to the next stage. I asked you before to gather food and fuel in your village, so you can gather resources in your village, but also by setting up a camp when you're out exploring. To set up camp,
Okay, I don't need them to tell me that. Right, we can gather by setting up camps in the world. Got it.
Good. Now events can lead to conversations or just random disasters, but they can also lead to challenges. To show you what I mean, track down a pack of boars nearby.
Okay, so he wants us to track down boars. I'm gonna go do that. I don't need to listen to his dialogue. They're over there. Do we have enough room? No, we have to end our turn. Okay, so that's that.
Big
Oh,
and
we already got an
strange-looking
encounter.
rooster was seen perusing your village barn. You suspect this may be a Krupsi, a domesticated field demon who can bring great fortune to its host. But beware, if it deems you to be a bad farmer, it may instead damage your crops or play nasty tricks.
Shut the barn tight. We
Shut
have
your
no need
barn
for
tight,
demons.
and the Krupsi moves on.
Just because we've started out, I don't think we have enough to really warrant it being efficient for it to come in right now. When you've actually got more going on, then it's usually like, oh, I'm impressed, you're doing well. Oh, ho, 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 ho. Okay, so we could actually build a pasture if we had enough stuff. Let me just find out real quick what we need for that, and then we will carry on our merry way. Okay, what do we need? We need wood, and we need veggies. So let's go to our blah 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 blah. Close. That's where I'm looking. Oven wood. We're gonna grab some dark wood. And that may in fact give us enough to produce our pasture. No, we need 25, so we need to collect 5 more dark wood before we can get onto that. But for now, these guys can move. We're gonna have them explore this place.
You stumble across some ruins of one of many buildings.
And we got a sword, alright. Can any of these guys' weapons be improved? A lot of this game is inventory management, unfortunately, so I will try and cut these out in future, but for today I'm kind of fighting against the clock as is, so I'm just gonna basically show the process that it takes for me to sort of mix and match, and that's too heavy. Alright, so we're just gonna go on and we're gonna kill some boars.
You find the boars Theodore told you about. There is only a couple, so it should not be too hard. However, instead of a straight fight, you can try to do a proper hunt. If you have the right skills, that is. Or better yet, you can go all native on these beasties and wrestle them to the ground. Not an easy option, that one.
Oh yeah, we'll wrestle them. But no, we're gonna do the hunt.
Great.
As it is.
You have the...
Because it should be relatively easy. And we do have quite a good group for that. Let's see. Alright. So I get the first strike. We don't have any spear attacks, but we can confuse them. Yeah, we'll do that. And then we're gonna send in one of my guys, they're gonna send in one of theirs, and we will figure out from there what we can do. Send in this one. And we can't use any of the counters, we can't use anything else, really. 4 damage, it's not gonna kill them. And I didn't give them a buffer because I'm a fool. But it's also not gonna kill them in the thing, so it'll be okay. I'll take some damage. Okay, so that kind of sucks. Most of my good guys are in the wrong hand. We're gonna send him out first. And then literally can't use... No, I can't do it now. That's okay. Let the other one go. We'll put a nice buffer on there. And now we'll have these other guys go in so I can hopefully kill these guys off. Alright. So you can see the combat's a little different. You get challenges like this where you can, it's basically all card games. So depending on the order, depending on the skill set, depending on many different variables, you can switch a battle to your benefit or to your loss. It's very, very easy to do. Maybe I'll be stuck doing another one. The good thing is about these skill challenges, you don't have to worry about anyone dying. It's not actually a can't hurt them. It's only the physical and battle challenges that actually can damage them outside.
Unaware. Your loot may not be as plentiful as a straight fight, but you did not risk getting wounds, so your people will not have the danger of dying now.
Just like that, yeah. And people can and will die very easily, so we're gonna go back to Theodore real quick and see what he had to say about that.
Theodore welcomes you. Well, hello there. I see you're finding your feet and making first steps into the world. Wonderful. Well done. And keep your resources. They may come in handy on a rainy day, you know. As you saw, you got both experience points and research points, on top of any material rewards. All of these will help you grow stronger.
Okay, so we gain research and experience points by doing such tasks. We can get rewards. So now what?
So, you've discovered that some events will let you solve a situation through more than combat. These non-combat challenges are often just as hard, but it means that fighting is not the only way. Remember, wounds from combat challenges can kill your people even after the fight, so choosing a different path is often safer. And having a medic in your party will help decrease the chances of dying as well. Anyway, great job on the boars.
Thanks. I think I'm getting the hang of things now.
Practice makes perfect, you know. So now that the boars are done for, let's practice one more challenge type. Social encounters. I spotted a fellow demon called Hurlik, and I want you to convince him to give you some gold. When you have it, bring it back here.
Okay. Go and talk to Hurlik and give him some of your gold before you got it. And that is that one there. We're gonna check these guys real quick. Send him here. And you can use this menu to see where resources are. We actually have a nice stock of dark wood, so if we could expand our base a little bit, we could actually grab that. Yeah. Alright. We don't have any more stuff for the moment. You can click these to see how much your people are bringing in. Alright, so we'll take that off. I was just gonna check their inventory real quick again. Is better or worse? Better! Okay, here you go. Now, let's have them go. Oh yeah, and I wanted to check. You can check their skills, actually, and equipment for different challenges. So if we're going to be doing a social challenge, by the filter, we can see they've all got a bit of will and speech, so that makes us a good team to go out. Oh, and they're done for the day. They can't move no more. We got some jerky. There is an idle villager. She's no longer making stuff because I only told her to make one jerky, like a fool. And yeah, we'll get her to make more jerky. And we can set that to infinite jerky, so she can keep making that, and hopefully she'll level up soon so she can do it in one turn. Alright, now these guys, we want to move them here.
You find the Hurlik Theodore spoke of. He sits on a rock and stares at you with his large yellow eyes. What do you want? You looking for trouble? 'Cause I can get you some. He clenches his tiny fists at you.
No trouble, little fella. Just wanna talk.
Little? Who are you calling little, you overgrown pile of softy fish bags, you? The creature huffs and puffs at you, shaking its fists violently.
Alright, our apologies, sir. Little is a mark of honor in our village, you know. Like we say. Hey there, village elder. You're looking very little today.
Sir, don't you see that I am a woman? Ah, but a compliment, you say? Well, I suppose being little is way better than being big. So you're kind of clever to call each other little, even though you're clearly vertically challenged. So, what's your business here?
Well, we were told you have some gold. We really need it. A fellow called Theodore said you might be able to help out. So, So now we got a social challenge. And while some of our harder hitters are on the other side, that's okay. We can definitely shove this guy in there and say counterattack the next turn if they don't send him out. Of course, it might be too strong for the counter. Oh yeah, it is. Never mind. Okay, cool. We'll just support our ally then. And we will do that with him. Why? No. We'll do it with. Yeah, no, we'll do it twice. And then. Yes. This Creasby ain't gonna do shit. Yeah, might as well. I should have got that first. Oh well. Either way, we should have no issue defeating them. Oh, except when they kill her. Yeah, forgot about that. Well, we got rid of the bee. We didn't kill, Little Slav. Yeah. Alright. We're down one, but that's okay, we got it. Just a strong one here. And he's got the most HP, so we're just gonna knock him right up there. And get one of these guys just to pull behind, and that should be more than enough to take care of him. Alright, here we go.
Alright. Theodore is clearly up to his old tricks. Sending you here for his gold. Here you go, and tell him to come himself next time.
Okay, thanks. So, I'm only doing it to this point, but clearly, there's a lot more that can be done. It's a very thorough game. Oh, shit. Okay, I guess we're extending it just a little bit longer.
One of them waves at you to come over. They do not look well armed. In fact, they look worn and...
Hello, fellow travelers. I am Cresio, a traveling merchant from the lower lands yonder.
He points to a direction, but seeing no recognition from you, he adds...
It's a tough and barren land, like most, but we called it home for many years. In any case, we had to leave. We dwelt by a river, and the plague of the drowned Utopke drove us away.
Yeah, these things can be tough, so what will you do now?
We decided to try the journey. You know, all that nomad mantra about the road and how we're all part of it. I'm not entirely sure about it. I grew up in an orcish settlement with science and houses and all. And I have to live like this now, eh? But you know how it is. You find a partner, you fall in love, and here you are, on the road. In any case, can we interest you in an exchange of goods?
Goods for exchange? Perhaps. What do you have?
The goblin shrugs.
Well, in all honesty, not so much. We can trade one simple weapon. We don't have the manpower to wield it anyway. But we'll only trade that for fruit and herbs to keep us healthy. Or some leather and some animal bones. We had some good hunters a while back. We'll trade that for some metals. Or we can trade something for a blessing from our shaman. But you'll need to give us food, wood, and some herbs. It ain't easy for her to do. She will mark two of you with the good fortune of the road. So, what interests you, and what can you trade?
Sorry, we have nothing to spare.
Perhaps next time then. Farewell.
Farewell. Bye. That's the first I got in that one. That's good. Oh, and we leveled up, so Stanka is +1 speech, Mjogmilja is +2 strength, Vakrava is 1 strength, Ludvia is 1 gathering, and then back at Closet, oh no, this is Expedition 1, Volbo, 2 gathering, Ludoslav, 1 health, Siroslava, 1 perception, Noel Sidrul, I'm probably saying his name terribly wrong, but +1 will, Radovchna, 1 health, and Tomko is will, 1 will. Alright, so we're gonna call it there for today. Thank you for joining me, and I hope to see you next time.